Hey everybody, this is Doomhammer with another update. So we are about to start the 2014-2015 NFL season, and so here are all the quarterbacks ranked along with their backups. 32nd is Matt Barkley, starting for the New York Giants in his sophomore season. He's only a 64 overall. Then we have behind him is Kevin O'Connell. He was with the Titans and the Chiefs, 69 overall. Higher overall, but they are going to go with the sophomore quarterback. And then Jeff Smoker, 56 overall, the third string backup, long-time journeyman quarterback. 31st is E.J. Manuel, 67 overall. He had a few starts last year, but it was mostly Tim Tebow. So E.J. Manuel is getting a full season, or is expected to get a full season. Behind him is Byron Leftwich. He's been kind of a journeyman backup, and he's had some starts every now and then. He was a Saints starter last year until they lost so much. Geno Smith came in. He's a 65 overall. And then Connor Shaw, the rookie drafted this year, 49 overall, probably the worst quarterback to make a NFL roster. It'll be unlikely he plays at all. 30th is the third overall pick, Blake Bortles, 67 overall. We will see if he's able to bring about that Eli Manning success or even greater to the Kansas City Chiefs. They did sign John Skelton, a 66 overall, kind of a mediocre backup, could start if they need him to. And then Tyler Bray, 53 overall. Then you've got the New Orleans Saints, 29th overall is Geno Smith, a 70 overall. He sat most of last year, and now he's getting his start. Now, of course, with Geno Smith, they did bring in Michael Vick, and Michael Vick's overall is 83, so he probably should be the starter, but because they have the sophomore quarterback, they're going with the younger guy. If he struggles, I do not doubt that Michael Vick will start at some point this season and get some playing time in. Then there's B.J. Daniels, 54 overall, the third-string quarterback in New Orleans. Then you got Colt McCoy, who actually led the Jaguars to an 8-9 year, which was the best season they've had in a long time. He will start this season. However, he does have some competition right behind him if he starts slowing down. Nick Foles, 75 overall, 5 overall points higher. He could take the start at some point this season. And then you got Chad Henne, 71 overall, just slightly above Colt. But he is kind of their third-string backup. So you got 3 competent players there, but we'll see if any of them get the start. Then Jason Campbell, who's led the Bears to 2 straight playoff seasons at 70 overall. He's not the best quarterback, but he finds ways to win and keep them competitive. He is being backed up by Jay Cutler, who's 76 overall. Again, Cutler could be the starter, but Campbell keeps winning. And then, of course, Jeff Toole, third string. Now, in Washington, you got Trent Edwards. So he's coming in at 71 overall, kind of a journeyman quarterback back up in San Diego for quite some time. And behind him is the legendary Johnny Manziel, 55 overall. We'll see if he gets a chance to play. I think with Trent Edwards being as bad as he is, Manziel might get that start. And there he's behind Austin Davis. And then Derek Carr should be starting for the Cincinnati Bengals. So he's their second round, first overall pick. They had Clowney in the first round, Carr in the second. So he will be the starter heading into this year. We'll see if he can turn the Bengals around. They do have Christian Ponder, who's a 70 overall, slightly behind him. And then behind Christian Ponder is Brady Quinn, who is the best overall quarterback, but he is also injured starting out this season, so kind of gave an easy decision, an easy nod to the rookie to start. Then Ryan Tannehill, 74 overall for Detroit, the 24th overall ranked quarterback. He took the Lions to the NFC Championship game. We'll see if he can have that similar luck this year. He's backed up by Drew Stanton, 73 overall. And he was actually drafted by the Lions in real life. And then, of course, Brandon Weeden coming over in free agency, 60 overall, third string backup there in Detroit after being axed by Kansas City. Then Cousins gets a start there for the Colts. Him and Brady Quinn were battling for the starting job last year. Now it's all Kirk Cousins's, as of course we know Brady Quinn is no longer there. Tyrod Taylor is the backup. He's been there for a couple years, never really getting a chance to truly start. And then Scott Tolzien as the backup there in Indianapolis with 57 overall. Then the Houston Texans have the 22nd quarterback, Mark Sanchez. And honestly, I don't know how he's still a starter, but he landed in a spot where they don't have really a good quarterback. As you can see, if he gets hurt, it's Nathan Enderle with a 60 overall, and they have a rookie, Tom Savage, who's less than that. So good luck, Houston. And they're working with Sanchez for a second season. And it's 58 overall, Tom Savage. Then Peyton Manning's a 78 overall. I may decide to bump his awareness or something like that, but he has been declining with his age. Then Jimmy Garoppolo, the rookie, 66 overall, is behind him, hoping to be the heir in Atlanta. And then Gerard Johnson, 57 overall, taking that third QB spot. Then you got the Baltimore Ravens. Colin Kaepernick was drafted by them, had a few starts, and they brought in Eli Manning. It's been kind of chaotic with Colin Kaepernick, but new head coach, and he's giving him a chance to start this year. We'll see if they go a different direction in the future. Then Joe Webb is behind him with a 68 overall. That's not enough to replace Kaepernick. And then David Fales, the rookie, with 53 overall, and he's going to fail to start this season. Then the 19th quarterback is Blaine Gabbert, 79 overall. He's had some really good seasons with Tampa Bay. He's got some good weapons. We'll see if they're able to expand this season and maybe get farther in the playoffs. Behind him is Landry Jones and B.J. Coleman. As you can see, not likely to start there, but at third stringer. Then the 18th quarterback is Drew Brees, also in the decline of his career, but 79 overall. He's won 2 Super Bowls and made 3 Super Bowl appearances. Behind him is Bruce Gradkowski, 68 overall, kind of a veteran backup. And then Brad Sorensen, the younger quarterback, third stringer. Then Tavares Jackson, 81 overall, 17th in value or in the order. He had a really good season last year. We'll see if he can keep it up. And then there's Josh Freeman, 77 overall behind him. They only have 2 quarterbacks, and they're both actually fairly high overall. Freeman could be a starter elsewhere, as you've seen the talent in other teams. And then Joe Flacco, 81 overall, right smack dab in the middle of the league. He was on a team with a very strong defense, where they had their success, but we need to see if Joe Flacco can truly be elite. Brody Croyle is behind him, former Lions starter for many years, and then Zach Dysert is the third stringer. Then you got Andy Dalton, Super Bowl MVP with the Arizona Cardinals, 81 overall, 15th quarterback in the league. He's got a lot of good weapons, and he makes the most of it. And then Derek Anderson, the 78 overall quarterback behind him, another quarterback who technically could start somewhere else, but just not doing it. And then Eli Manning, 82 overall, plays a lot worse than that, but he is in Green Bay. His overall is high, but his play has been mediocre. They did trade for Brock Osweiler, and then they have Matt McGloin as well backing him up. Then we got the 13th is Sam Bradford, who's had like 2 bad seasons, and then he has caught fire recently, making the playoffs twice. Matt Schaub is behind him, the former Giants quarterback, made 2 back-to-back Super Bowls, lost to the Colts both times, but now he's a solid backup for Denver. And then Aaron Core, 52 overall. It's either Corp or Core. And then Russell Wilson is the 12th ranked quarterback, 84 overall with Dallas. And they have a chance to take the division as the Eagles start to decline with Donovan McNabb. But until then, we'll see. But then Ryan Fitzpatrick is the backup for him. Not really a quarterback style match, but Fitzpatrick has been there for a few seasons as the backup, and he stays. Then 11th is Ben Roethlisberger, also getting up there in age, 84 overall quarterback. Again, Big Ben, reliable quarterback, 2-time Super Bowl champion. They've got Matt Flynn behind him at 70 overall, so solid backup for them. Not too expensive, got decent talent. And then they have Zach Mettenberger, the rookie this year. Big, tall quarterback, Roethlisberger type. He might be on paper the replacement for Big Ben, but we know that's not going to happen. So 53 overall keeps that from the reality. Then Cleveland has a top 10 quarterback. When does that ever happen, right? So Terrell Pryor is an 85 overall. He has some of the best speed in the league between him and Michael Vick. Cam Newton is up there, but Pryor is way above him. They've got Josh Johnson behind him, the former Ravens backup. This is his second year in Cleveland. And then Dennis Dixon, 68 overall. Both mobile quarterbacks. Number 9th is Donovan McNabb, 86 overall. He was one of the best in the league, and he still is. He's a top 9, but he is like 37 years old or 36, something like that. So he is on the decline, and he's just trying to keep the Eagles relevant. They did draft Teddy Bridgewater, who should be the successor to McNabb. I doubt this season. I don't think McNabb will play bad enough for him to start. And then Case Keenum, 59 overall. I guess McNabb could get hurt, which could be Bridgewater's entrance. But then 8th is the league MVP last year, Robert Griffin III, 86 overall. He's entering his 3rd season. And then behind him is Ryan Mallett, kind of like Russell Wilson, not really the mobile quarterback backup, but he is the backup nonetheless. 7th is Tom Brady with 88 overall. Just like Manning, I might bump up his awareness or give him some bonus because they did last very long in the league despite their age. But if they lose their throw power and accuracy, that's just part of age. TJ Yates is the backup, 65 overall, and rookie AJ McCarron is kind of like their Jimmy Garoppolo, where he's the rookie that could be a replacement for Brady, but probably not. And then Andrew Luck, 91. Our first 90 overall quarterback is the 6th best quarterback in the league. Andrew Luck, he has had very little luck in St. Louis with winning games, but he's still very high overall. Phillip Rivers has been a backup for quite a while now. He's backup with the Jets, and now he's with the Rams. And Logan Thomas, 3rd stringer. Then Matthew Stafford making the biggest quarterback change in the offseason, one of the biggest shifts, a 93 overall quarterback, 25 years old. He is the 5th ranked quarterback left in this league. And then Mike Lennon is 65 overall. He was the starter last year and, of course, did very poorly. And then Ryan Lindley, 57 overall as 3rd string. Then Cam Newton, he is absolutely fantastic. 94 overall, 4th best quarterback in the league. He can run, he can throw, he can do almost anything. He's made it to a Super Bowl, unfortunately lost to Drew Brees. Behind him is Tim Tebow, who was with Buffalo last year. And then you have Garrett Gilbert, a rookie this year. 3rd is Matt Ryan, who won the AFC Championship game last year, lost the Super Bowl to Dalton. He is 3rd and 94 overall. Definitely one of the best quarterbacks in the league with Julio Jones and others, making the Raiders an actual contender when they never have been, ever. Behind him is Carson Palmer. I thought it was a good backup move for Palmer after leaving the Giants, because Giants went for Matt Barkley. Palmer, now the backup in Oakland with Keith Wenning, 54 overall, 3rd string. And then 2nd, we have Aaron Rodgers, 96 overall, probably one of the best quarterbacks to accomplish very little. He has not made it far in the playoffs, which is kind of like his real-life career, even though at this point he would have won a Super Bowl by now. Behind him is Tony Romo with 71 overall. He's been a basic career backup after his playing days. I think he was I forget where all he played, but didn't have as much success. Levi Brown there, 62 overall, right behind him with 3rd string. And the number 1 quarterback in the league is Alex Smith. So I guess if he didn't get injured like he did in real life, he might have had a longer career where he is prominent. But yes, he is the highest overall, very dynamic quarterback, progressed to be one of the best in the league. And he's got Kellen Clemens right now behind him, that's 65 overall. And then Ryan Nassib, 56 overall. So thanks for watching the video, and hope you pay attention to this season as we head into season 13 in this franchise.